There are 3.6 million job openings in this country that remain unfilled. Unbelievable when you have 12 million people out of work.
The challenge is that today's job hunters are being frustrated increasingly by bureaucratic inefficiencies in getting the specific skills they need to fill many of these jobs.
This chart is a snapshot of the current job training system. It includes more than 50 programs spread across 9 federal agencies. President Obama described it as a, quote, maze of confusing training programs, close quote. I completely agree.
Each year, hardworking taxpayers spend $18 billion to fund more than 50 federal workforce development programs administered by 9 different agencies. Many of the programs overlap or are duplicative, and few have ever been evaluated for efficacy.
We've tried the Washington Knows Best approach, and it isn't working. It's time to move in a new direction.
This is the time to choose people over paperwork and workers over waste.
We must do better.
This isn't good enough for America. We can do better, and the Skills Act can take us on that path.
The Skills Act will ensure that workers can access job training programs immediately, eliminating the need to navigate a complicated bureaucracy. By cutting through the red tape, we can get workers trained and back into the workforce more quickly.
This bill reforms and streamlines our nation's critical job training programs.
When I travel around my district, I continue to hear that employers are actively looking for workers, but have difficulty finding the skilled workforce they need.
My experience in the workforce development arena taught me a very important lesson, that Americans of all ages and backgrounds have the ability to be anything they want to be, but they need a flexible support system that prioritizes people and not bureaucracy.
We need to train our workers to do these jobs, the jobs that do and will exist, not the jobs that did exist. The Skills Act will help us do that because it strengthens the role of employers in workforce development decisions by requiring that 2/3 of the workforce board members be local employers and focuses training on in-demand occupations.
What the Skills Act does is to consolidate and eliminate many unnecessary and duplicative programs, not simply for the sake of downsizing, but to improve the quality of the workforce training. And that's what we all should be about, Republican, Democrat alike.
We must do everything we can to put Americans back to work. I hope my colleagues will join me in supporting this effort in our nation's workforce.
I encourage my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to support this bill so we can streamline government spending, eliminate duplication, and allow states to build more effective workforce development programs.
These changes will help workers find good-paying jobs.
For 10 years, Congress has talked about job training reform, but has failed to make reform a reality. It is time to fix the broken job training system and help put more Americans back to work.